Welcome to this week's Yes with Tamika and Marissa. Today we're going to talk about, oh my god, these mofos at work. So let's
That's
talk
the
about...
typo? That's the typo.
That's the topic. That's the topic.
Typo is topic and title.
Ooh,
What's the typo?
typo. Yeah, but you said that wrong. And you just ran with it.
What's the typo?
The typo. Okay. Well, the typo is when you need to build a wall at work. Oh my gosh, girl, so today I had somebody be like, "Ew, you gave that to her?" Referencing
Well,
me.
you didn't ask me how I'm doing.
Oh my god. Okay.
What the hell?
Homie, how you doing?
I'm alright.
How's your cough?
Yeah.
Really?
It's still there.
No,
Can't
but
get
why'd
rid of
you
it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like all discombobulated. It started off really bad, the show. Already.
Should we
No,
should
we just let it roll.
Oh my god. I feel like I need to stop and re-record.
No, we could.
Today's a weird day, right?
Very. I feel like it's Groundhog's Day. I've had like a whole bunch of stuff happen at work today, so it's like weird. All with one particular thing.
Ooh.
One particular account, I should say, but all facets
Mhm.
of New York. All that people have nothing to do with anybody. All with this one account. Anyway. So what's the typo? Typo? Is it typo?
The typo.
Typo.
The typo. When you need to build a wall at work.
Okay.
So, tell me about your day, homie. What had happened was...
No, it's fine. So, what's the typo?
Hello? You just like, I had this...
Because I don't want to get into the details of it, just in case people from work can be listening.
Ooh.
But the long story short, when you have one account
Mm-hmm.
that services that we utilize throughout New York,
Uh-huh.
and the people that kind of make that account work
Right, function.
all had an issue,
Oof.
but they had nothing to do with each other. It's
Oof.
just like today was the one issue with this account,
Oh,
and
boy.
it just was crazy. It was annoying
Did
for
you
no
resolve
reason.
it?
It was no, because it was like it's stuff that can't be resolved. It's like and then it ended. The last part of it was basically built to be continued tomorrow morning
Oh, gosh.
on a Friday.
That's the worst.
Yeah. Anyway, so what is today's typo?
When
I
you need
forgot.
to build a wall at work.
Okay. So why you choose this one?
Because, so listen to this, right?
You got a cushy job. You got a great job.
Oh my god. So so somebody in referencing to me goes, "Ew, you gave that to her?"
Gave what to her?
They like a little trinket or something.
Okay.
And somebody goes, "Ew, you gave that to her?" And I'm standing right there, homie. And the person
But
goes,
she was asking you, right?
"No, asking somebody else. The other person gave it to me."
She gave it to you. Oh,
Yeah,
word?
yes.
Oh, hell no.
And they were like, "Yeah, I wanted her to have it." And they're like, "No, go take it back."
What?
Mhm.
Why?
I have no idea. Because I guess I don't know. She was like, "No, take it back." And I was like, I'm just standing there. I'm like, "Oh, you here? You can have it back." And they just looked at me like, I don't know what's happening. I'm just doing what I'm told.
So what do you think facilitated that kind of reaction?
I
Did the
think-
person that said, "Ew, you gave it to her," do you have an issue with her?
I have no issues with nobody. I think she might have issue with me because she didn't follow the rules.
Pico, I gotta be in on it again.
Well, he's got issues with everybody at
Yeah.
work.
But anyway, so
So
what do you think
she-
the issue is?
She might have. She has. I think she has an issue with me because, so, I work in a classroom, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a peanut-free classroom, and
Why you laugh at that?
because remember when you were little, there was nothing.
There
Like
was
I
no
feel
allergies.
like nobody had allergies.
That's because of what you call today. Nobody wants to get their kids shots.
Vaccinated.
Vaccinated.
Did you see on the news the kid who turned 18 and he got all his vaccinations?
Because he's like, fuck you, mom and dad.
Yeah. Oh my
Sick
god.
of y'all. Got a runny nose every damn day because y'all don't want to get me my damn shots.
I can't go to the mall without.
Meanwhile,
dying.
they got shots. You know the parents got.
Yeah. That's the worst.
So like, look inside. You realize like you fine. You know you got benefits. You good. You got a car,
yeah,
a home. You know what I mean. Got your shots, and you're denying your children.
Damn.
It's whack, yo. Anyway, so go ahead.
So go ahead.
What happened was-
So she brought in twice things with food that could have been a contaminant, and I said that, listen, we can't have these in the classroom. And I think she's a little salty. She's like, well, these should be okay. And I'm like, I have no label, I got nothing, so no. And she's like, she went to like the principal and the nurse and stuff.
So she's annoyed at you because you told her no.
Yeah.
How dare you say no and you're not on her level, quote unquote.
Quote unquote. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
People will hold that against any kind of leverage somebody has. They will hold, if they don't like you, they will hold it against you forever. Can you let Pico in? Because I think he keeps trying to jump into our studio.
Look at his
He
little
can see
face.
us through the glass.
Oh my god.
Come on, Pico. I mean, really, you got to be so extra.
But there's nowhere for him to. Whatever. Figure
He's
it out.
just pain in my ass. Then he's gonna realize, oh, I don't want to be in here.
I know.
We need to build a wall.
We need to build a wall. And then listen to this. So today there was an event as well at school, and this is another person. She made sure her kids were good. Her kids got to benefits of everything. Of everything. Okay. Didn't even say nothing. So they had like a little store going on, and the kids brought in their little, their little change to whatever.
Right.
The classroom next door to me brought them early, knowing damn well that it would be like by the time we got to go, it would be like whatever. So she brought them earlier, rather than giving like a heads up, because we didn't know that it was going to be this way. I thought they had like provisions. They had no provisions. She knew it was like a limited amount. Can you believe homegirl was like, once it was like time for us to go, she's like, oh, we went already early. They have nothing left. Do you know how disappointed these damn kids was? And we looked at her like, why didn't you say something? And she's like, oh, well, you should have thought about it. Really? I should have?
So you want to build a wall with her?
I want to build a wall. She's real messed up.
Well, when I think about building a wall, I'm going to try to steer clear of my current job. Because I have, when at the end of the day, my current job far outweighs my content as opposed to my other jobs. So when I think about my other jobs, I can think of a billion different walls and people and situations that I want to build. So let's go back to dental. Okay, we both work.
Oh, my neck muscles just got hard.
And when you think about, okay, obviously this is your topic. I'll give you all the credit. When you think about the wall, it's about keeping the things that you consider negative away from you, because you consider yourself too good for that. That's when I think of walls, it's not you know what I mean? It's like, stay away. So when I think about a wall, I can sit here in a space of feeling like I am better than the people I used to work with, when in actuality that's not true. However, I also had no desire to build a bridge. Okay.
It might not be a wall, but it ain't gonna be a
no
bridge.
Tunnels.
No tunnels. You're not
no
gonna
fences.
El Chapo this.
No.
No fence. Oh my God.
So we will stick with a wall. But when I think about my previous jobs, a couple of them too, it's about not wanting. I want to be separated from you.
Yeah.
You know, we both have to live in this. We both have to work in this environment. We both have to work in this place. But I don't want to have anything to do with you. I don't want to see you.
We can coexist.
You know, if you want to climb over the wall every once in a while, like, here, Tamika, here's your files, and then climb your ass back over on the wall. You can do that. A wall can only go so high, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a wall can come down, as we know with the Berlin Wall.
Oh, shit, look at this bitch.
I'm just saying.
All right.
No, but I'm just saying, like, so when I think about building a wall when it comes to work and, co-workers and things like that, I think of it as being temporary. The only way to truly have a successful wall is to move somewhere where there is no wall.
Go ahead. Sorry.
So, like, for example, if you don't like what's on the other side of that wall affecting how you live your life, then leave.
Yeah.
And so when you think about it, you leave your job, because you know what, this is just too much. They ain't gonna leave because you tell them you don't like them. Like, think about your job now. Homegirl got an issue with you because you like, we no peanuts. So if she don't like it, like the peanuts ain't gonna change.
No.
If she don't like it, leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but who wants the wall, you or her?
Oh my gosh. Food for thought. No, I don't really give a shit about a wall.
Well, this was your topic, bitch.
No, for her. Like, I'm not the one. No,
really?
when it comes to her. No, I just think she's greasy as hell. Like, for real. But, no, I don't want a wall with her. You know what? That's her problem. She's gonna have to deal with this shit for the rest of her life. Like, this shit ain't going nowhere. But what's crazy, you just gave me a different perspective. Because I started out with, like, some real greasy talk, but now I'm like, wait a minute. The way you explained it, like, so my frame of mind changed. So when you're building a wall, it's because you want to keep things that you believe are beneath you away from you.
Right.
Right. So I'm trying to put myself in another person's shoes because I have to be. I'm not. I think I'm pleasant and I'm easy to get along with. But
Really?
I do.
Okay.
But when I'm not, I'm not.
Right.
And
right.
you know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God! Wow. Okay.
I'm agreeing with you.
I didn't really need all that. But okay.
I'm 100% behind everything you're saying.
Oh wow, that hurts a little bit, but it's okay. I'm gonna try to continue. So it has never been my intention to be that way to someone else, where they feel like they need to build a wall around me.
Right.
But I'm sure somebody feels that way. I'm sure that, like, my humor is not for everybody. Like, and then I'm very uncomfortable. And as you pointed out to me that I was completely unaware of, that I'm awkward. So I had no idea. So I like masked a lot of my, I don't want to say insecurities, but like my awkwardness, or if I'm uncomfortable. Especially if I'm comfortable, like a little silly joke or something that's like if I fall, I'll be like, oh my God, is my hair okay? Meanwhile, my hip hurts. Like, just tell people that you got hurt. It's okay.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's one of those things. So I'm sure I'm grading to someone. And I don't believe I'm better than anyone. But at the same time, I don't know.
I think it's being disingenuous for you to say that you don't think you're better than anyone.
Really?
Because I think that we all believe that we are better than others in certain areas. It may not be wholly as a whole complete person, but there's aspects. Like, I think I'm a better writer than you.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, that kind of thing. So there's probably certain people in your life, circumstances, situations where you look down on somebody because of something. You're like, how it's like, how the hell you don't, like, hello?
Yeah.
Like, I know, like, for example, I had this situation at work yesterday, right? And I suck at math. So I reached out to my mother to do a math problem.
Mm-hmm.
And it just does not click for me. Everything with math. So I know, I know she's better than me in math.
Mm-hmm.
That's her thing. Like, when I told her, she's like, ooh, I'm driving. Like, she's getting all excited. She's like, text me the thing. Let me know what's. I'm like, okay, chill. I'll give it to you in a minute.
Somebody loves numbers.
Yeah, but, you know, there's people that I know are better than me in certain aspects.
Right.
And I know there are things that I'm better than other people in certain aspects.
Right.
But the thing is, like, about holding it over and constantly focused on that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when you know, it's hard to have this topic without thinking about the elephant in the room, which is the border wall that the country keeps talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure we know for a fact that there are tons of American citizens that think they are better than Mexicans.
Oh.
But they will sit there and they will take a cruise to Cancun.
All the time.
They will sit there and eat their rice.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever Mexican, you know what I mean?
As soon as Cinco de Mayo comes,
right? They're like, oh, you know,
everybody's Mexican.
Yeah, like you can't get a seat.
Tacos.
You know, wearing a MAGA hat in a Mexican restaurant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like one of those things. Like, so you think you're better, but it's like weird. It's you know, and I don't want to get into the political thing of it, but you can break it down from that level all the way down to the minute things where you think you're a better dresser than the person that lives next door.
I see what
or you think you're a better sibling to your parent or to your, whatever the case. You know, I'm better at being. I'm always there for our parents or my friends or whatever.
Right.
I'm a better friend. I don't know why. I think about like our friendship and someone saying like, how are y'all friends?
Mhm.
And it's like, because what I needed out of my friendship is what she gives me.
Mhm.
What you think I need is just not the same.
It's not. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think when it comes to what we started off with the topic of the wall, what's the name?
When you need to build a wall at work.
Right. I think that can kind of go in every aspect of your life, but it's like certain situations. It's not, the wall is only going to be temporary.
Mhm.
And a wall signifies that you think you're better than them. That's why you need the wall. Keep them away.
Oh my God, you're dropping jewels right now.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
What do you think?
No, it just, you gave me I stepped into the conversation negative, and I'm walking away positive, because you're right. I don't think I'm better than anyone, but like you said, that would be disingenuous to say. There are aspects of my life that I think I handle a little bit better than maybe someone else. But
Or you're more knowledgeable about something.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, exactly. There's something. There gotta be something.
Everybody like,
Everybody's good at something.
your dude knows cars.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, when I got my car, I didn't, like, my uncle can claim that he knows cars, but that's not who I asked to look at my car.
Right.
I asked a real guy that gets in the hood, not a guy who's like, oh, let me get some spit and, you know, a rope and tie your muffler together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It works.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing. So it's like, but does that person that knows something want to build a wall between themselves and the person that doesn't?
Yeah.
You know, isn't
Let's
it better
not
to
build
reach your
walls.
hand
Let's
across the wall?
Build bridges.
Right. Isn't it better to reach your, even with your coworker, like the woman who you know seemed like she was offended by the fact that someone gifted you something? Why not take that opportunity to, instead of sit back, knowing you, I know you probably didn't say, you probably within your like two remarks, but you didn't have a real conversation where she was forced to really give an answer.
Yeah. No. Well, there was a child involved, so I felt like I couldn't.
But was the child there?
Yeah. That's who she was talking to.
Can you? Oh, it was a child.
She was talking to her son.
Oh, so you didn't make that clear.
I didn't want to delve into the.
You have to do that though,
I know,
because
but okay.
I'm thinking it's another coworker.
No, so what she did was she said to her son.
Now you're gonna change the whole trajectory of the story.
So her son gave me something.
Okay.
And she goes, "Ew, why did you give that to her?" And he goes, "I wanted her to have it." And she's like, "No." And he goes,
"That's different."
I wanted her to have it. It was a little thing of candy.
Right.
He goes, "I wanted her to have it." And she goes, "No, absolutely not. Take it back." And he went, "I know, I wanted her to have it." And I go, "It's okay, handsome. Here, you could have it back." And he goes, I wanted you to have it."
See that? Why not take that opportunity? Thank you for this, because at the end of the day, you want him to learn.
Oh no, I did say to him, "Thank you for thinking of me." No, for him, I did say thank you.
No, but to keep it, because now maybe down the line, he's gonna be reluctant to give. Because the negative connotation with it. So regardless of her thoughts, it's already in your possession. She ain't gonna take it out your hand.
Oh no, but she did. It wasn't in my hand. I put it in front of my bag, like on top of my bag.
But
and
you
she
could,
was like,
were you able to grab it before she could? Did you have that opportunity?
I guess
that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to get to, is that sometimes you have to take control, even though she's the parent, to take control, because he's not learning just from her. He's learning from you too.
From me too, yeah.
And really, I feel like most of our learning comes from outside of the home.
Unfortunately, I think he's learning more from me than her. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, like if you had grabbed it and said, "Thank you so much. I appreciate this. I can't wait to bring it home," what was she gonna say? Yeah. After you claimed it, took it, and put it in your bag.
Yeah.
What was she going to do?
Looked at her. Yeah, she wasn't going to do shit.
She wasn't going to do shit.
Oh, man.
So just think about that going forward. You know what I mean? How you attack. And what is she going to... She's going to tell the teacher, my son gave her a piece of candy, and she kept it. Like, how stupid is that?
Yeah.
So it's just something to think about, because at the end of the day, you're not disobeying her, because she's not telling you not to keep it. She's telling him, and you're contradicting her and saying, "I'm keeping it. Thank you very much. Can't wait to eat it, or play with it, or whatever."
Ate it right there.
You should have. Now you know. But I think a lot of times you like to avoid confrontation. I think a lot of people do though. But sometimes that can be at the detriment of others.
Yeah. How do you do that?
What do you mean?
How do you not avoid confrontation? Like, how do you get better at that?
For me, it's like I'll say a snide remark. Like the thing that came to my mind just now is situation with my cousin. She lost her job or whatever. Well, she quit her job or whatever a while ago.
Okay.
And so I told her I would hire her, and she's like, nah. I was like, okay.
Oh.
You know, don't ever act like I ain't give you nothing or
Yeah.
offer you nothing. I don't want to hear it, this and the other. You know,
Right.
it's about how you don't have to be like a jerk, but you can say to them in a certain way, don't forget.
Yeah.
Because it's a voice, and if she would have came back with the whole, like, ain't nobody asked you, it's like, well, you got to be like, all right, I remember that.
Yeah.
Or if somebody says, I get a lot of, what I'm starting to learn a lot now is to just let it go. It's not as easy, but it's still something that I try to do, and I try to let people talk and ramble, and sometimes what they need to say is more important to them than what they need to hear from me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I can have the patience and allow them to talk, but what you're not going to do is disrespect me.
Yeah.
What you're not going to do is not allow me the opportunity to defend myself or say what I got to say. And what you're not going to do is monopolize. I'm only going to allow you one opportunity to let everything off your chest and monopolize the conversation, monopolize the situation. It's not going to be a repetitive thing. You're just not going to see me no more. I'm not going to sit in that space.
Yeah.
So when it comes to confrontation, it's about not saying, like, you can keep your mouth shut, but and when you do speak, say the right things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not too petty, and not where it goes over somebody's head where they don't even understand what the hell you just said.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times, not a lot of times, sometimes with you like make a joke that nobody's in on.
I know.
Then I'm like, okay, and I'm waiting for like.
Don't. You're like, and
so then what happens? Like, no, that was it. Okay.
Crickets.
Okay.
You're like, all right, bitch.
I was like, they probably walked away. I was like, she's weird. They have no idea that you like I gotcha. Meanwhile, they're
got
like,
him.
You ain't got him.
Oh my God.
You know it's true.
No, but the worst thing is that you don't understand. Like, I'll go home and think about that at night. Like, it'll haunt me for, like, I have a moment from 5th grade that still haunts me, homie.
What's the moment?
I can't even say.
You can say it without saying what the exact moment is.
No, like, somebody really tried to call me fat. And I was like, I said something like, I can't even remember what I said, but it was so awkward that everybody was like, huh?
Right.
And I was like, whatever. I said what I said. And I'm all like, And ain't nobody got it.
Yeah, that's the thing with you. Like, you, like, in your mind, you come up with this whole thing. You're like, yeah, I done learned them. And meanwhile, they're like,
I don't
she's
get
weird.
it. Yeah, she's weird. Oh my God. Homie.
That's your daughter's thing, like, weird. Okay. It's like, she gives that look.
Oh, yeah.
She always gives that look like, you make no sense.
I know.
That's like the resting face on her.
Damn, bitch.
Like, okay, that makes no sense.
You're
whatever.
weird. Like, man.
She does.
I know, all the time.
But I think when it comes to you, it's like you want to be like, I gotcha.
I
So
didn't get
hard
nobody.
instead of just like sometimes when we have conversations, like you'll say to me, can I finish? Why don't you take that energy outside?
Yeah.
You have no problem telling me certain things.
No, actually, you know what I've been doing? Like, when
What?
people cut me off, and, like, I sort of, like, and I'm like, oh, but that's not what I was going to say. And they're like, oh, what were you going to say? I was like, no, you're settled. We're good.
No, but see, that's where you say what you got to say then. Instead of saying we're settled, because they're like, okay, she's...
Whatever, weirdo.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
What's the point of saying, oh, that's not what I was going to say, and then not say it?
Because now I'm done with them.
But
I
they
feel
were
like,
never interested in what you had to say anyway. So now you done cut them off, and now they continue to talk, which is what they wanted to do anyway.
No, like, oh, yeah. I don't know.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, you wanted
It
to
makes
have
sense
a
to me.
one-on-one conversation with,
No, like, if I'm having, like, a back and forth with someone,
Right.
and they cut me off, and I'm like, okay, but that's not what I was going to say. All right, well, then what were you going to say? No, you're settled. You're good.
See,
Doesn't even matter.
When you say you're settled, you're good,
Mm-hmm.
they okay with that. because they didn't want to hear what you had to say anyway, because they obviously cut you off.
Yeah.
So you're not hurting them. Hurting them is then to proceed to tell them what you're going to say and keep going on. And now they're in a space where they got to keep listening. They're forced to listen, because if they try to do it again, then they got the whole, no, I'm not done. Yeah. So you out-talk them to death instead of being like, I'm good.
See, that
because they want you to be like, okay, I'm good. Now they achieved their purpose. They shut you up by cutting you off.
Oh gosh.
You understand what I'm saying?
I got you.
I cut you off a lot too, but you try that with me too. You notice I don't be like, no, I usually be like, no, go ahead, just finish what you're gonna say, and I can't harass you about it. But I usually want to know what you have to say. Because I'm your friend. Most people, if they don't harass you about it, they don't give a shit.
They don't. They definitely don't.
So you don't, by not continuing what you have to say, you're feeding into what they wanted in the first place. So what you gotta do is continue to talk and go from where you left off. Don't leave out a detail.
Do it ad nauseum.
I'm spitting and shit. At least a spit. I'm so glad
I moved, because I was in trajectory. But yeah, I was.
You was right there. Oh yeah. It would have been on your foot. Would have been on your foot. But you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta
take a drink of water.
I know. I got a lot to say. Anyway. So this topic had everything we talked about had nothing to do with the war. I mean, we're bringing it back a little bit.
You changed my frame of thinking, because I came in negative, but I'm not walking out negative. But that's a blessing, homie.
Right.
That's a blessing. I don't want to, I'm damn near 40 years old. I ain't trying to be in my 40s.
Let's practice.
Oh, God. Okay.
That's when you're supposed to say, oh, I didn't finish.
I just cut you off.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. I didn't finish.
Forget it. It's got to be more organic.
Organic, yeah.
Organic. Anyway.
Question.
Sure.
You know, I feel like your mom's good at this, and my mom was very good at this.
What?
How do you say no?
No.
You know how somebody, and you kind of, just don't want to because you just don't want to? You're like, no.
Well, I used to have a problem saying no. As I've gotten older, I'm more able to do it. Usually I come up with, my goal is always to not lie. And if somebody asks me something via email, great.
Yeah.
Because I got a minute to get my thoughts together. So usually I try to come up with, I want to take the word can't out of it. And I want to, so I'll say, if say somebody says, can you go to the movies on Friday? I really don't want to go. Well, I'll just be like, well, what's the movie? And what men want. On a Friday, it's kind of expensive that night. Maybe we can try for another night, and then it never happens.
Oh, yeah.
Or you can, if you you want to go grab some dinner. My money is not where I really want it to be, because is it ever? It's never. You can be a billionaire. It's never going to be. My money's really not. Now I'm giving my jewels away. So if my friends hear this, I'm not talking about you.
That's for other people.
Right, it's the other mofos. But you say no with an explanation, even though they might not want to know that. It just sounds better when you give a backup story for it. The whole no isn't as harsh.
Yeah.
If somebody says, when the last time. Okay, we have a mutual friend.
Yeah.
Who hijacked us. Actually, I think she hijacked me, and I hijacked you into throwing her a party.
I know Yep.
And then the mofos, the relatives were all ungrateful and shit.
Yep.
So, that was probably the last time where I felt I didn't say no, but she did it in a way where I wasn't given the opportunity. It was all of a sudden I was throwing it.
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
I have no. Yep. Yep.
You know what I mean?
I remember even day of. I'm like, why are we doing this again?
And people were pissed, and I'm like,
yeah.
So I think at the end of the day, it's just about really paying attention to what's being asked and giving a truthful and honest answer. If you can't afford to do something, just be honest.
Yeah.
I think people appreciate honesty more than anything.
Yeah.
And no is so harsh. Maybe just give an explanation with it.
Yeah.
Do you have a situation in your life where you were asked something, and I mean, you don't have to go into it, but where you maybe was asked something and how you handled it?
Well, my new thing now is like, let's say, like, you know how, like, oh.
Well, you obviously brought it up because you had a situation. Just
No,
speak on it.
No, I don't have honestly, I don't have a situation, but I do have family members that demand my time when I don't want to give it. And my new thing is to just say, no, I just want to be home. Well, what do you got to do? Well, you can just do that here. No, I just need to be here relaxing. I really don't want to leave. And, like, they've never heard that from me before.
That's how you do it, though. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
More than just a no.
Yeah.
I want to be in the comfort of my own home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, but you're not comfortable here? That's not what I'm saying. I just want to
be in the comfort of my own home.
Yeah.
Don't start making up I got laundry. Because you might have laundry, but is you going to do the laundry?
No. No.
But you do want to be in the comfort of your own home.
Yeah.
That's very simple. And if the person badgers you about it, that's on them.
Yeah.
That's when you build a wall.
That's when walls need to happen, not bridges.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. Do you ever feel like you talk reckless to the point where now you're embarrassed?
Yes. It's funny. I was just talking to my mother about this because one of my employees, I blew up at him over during the winter, like 3 months ago. Mm-hmm. And then he died the following week.
Oh my gosh.
Not because of what I said to him.
No, I know, I know, but it
sticks with me still. I'm
yeah.
like, you remember I told you, I think I might have brought it up on the podcast. I was like yelling at the top of my lungs.
I remember.
My throat was scratchy from it.
Yeah.
And I never get like that. But he pushed me to that point, and then the mofo died. I spoke to him the night before though, so it was fine the night before.
Yeah.
The night before he died. But then I was calling because he didn't show up to work, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to let you go. Like all this on his voicemail, and the mofo was dead the whole time.
And it was like an insulin thing, right?
Yeah. So that's like the only time where.
Because who needs medical care?
Yeah.
Who needs health insurance?
But when it comes to talking reckless, it's far and few between. I try to take myself out of it.
Yeah.
I'm more of a person that will probably cry it.
Oh.
Just in my own space, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
What about you?
I talk real greasy and reckless on this effing podcast.
I notice.
And then, God forbid somebody calls me on it, though.
You know what I want to ask you? I want you to be honest, too, because it can help me in how I do things. Why did you, with the last week, you shared one clip but not the other? Was it too controversial? Was the one clip too controversial?
I have no idea what the F you're talking about.
You shared the one about Jennifer Lopez. You didn't share the one about racism.
I must have just missed it.
Okay, I wasn't sure if honestly, was this too aggressive? Was because I try to make the clips. I mean, it's the show.
No, I probably just missed it.
Okay.
I
want us to be able to.
No, I would have said something.
Of both of us.
Yeah, no, I would have. I think I would have said something. Okay. I'm pretty sure I would have said something because I just missed it.
We got a lot of views on all three, on my page, your page, and our share page for the Jennifer Lopez. And you saw the guy,
it was like
comment
haters
on yours and my
haters. And I wrote thank you.
But didn't comment on the Yep Yeah Yes site, which was the original site.
Yeah.
Whatever, bro.
Just keep listening.
So I'm just saying.
But he wrote haters, and I said thank you, and he never wrote back. I had time that day. I was waiting.
Yeah. I was just I put the word ha ha ha. I really laughed.
Did he answer you back?
No. What was he gonna say?
I had time.
Yeah.
I was willing.
It's crazy. We built a wall with that mofo.
I guess he didn't get what he wanted.
Exactly.
So. I want to start transitioning to. Yep, that's trending. I want to talk about. So. Okay, I'm gonna tell you about.
Speaking of J-Lo, the Grammy Awards, right?
Oh my God. Listen, I want to trade.
You want to what?
I'm gonna trade her, but whatever.
You trade? Wait, okay. This is this Black Twitter thing. Mm-hmm. We always trade somebody, like a white person. Mm-hmm. We trade one of our black people, like we traded Stacey Dash.
Yeah.
For like
Yeah.
whoever. I can't even think of somebody at this moment. But it's always like that kind of thing. So J-Lo is part of your.
I'm trading J-Lo.
Really? She tradable?
First of all, after that effing Motown fucking disgrace, are you kidding me? First of all, we're not in Vegas, number one. She was supposed to do a tribute to Motown. The fact that she even said yes to it was so stupid. But then she does salsa. She's sprawled on a piano, like so. And then you see she had to have help getting off the piano. Fucking old lady.
You know what's crazy? Like, Diana Ross came out first. Like,
thank you.
Like
You're welcome. I love her. Ain't nobody can do a tribute
happy
to her.
birthday to me a month early.
Don't put your hands down. You're welcome. She just, my God.
But
and
watching her, that's
the shit
Motown.
I need. And that's the kind of shit I need.
She wasn't rolling on the floor. And
No.
She wasn't, like,
doing salsa.
Anyway.
You had legends there. And you asked Jennifer to do this?
You know what I thought too is like they had Yolanda Adams, Fantasia, and Sandra Day, and they could have had one of them do Aretha song and the other two do the Motown. They need three of them singing one song. The whole thing was jacked up. But anyway, back to your point.
So yeah, she's gonna get traded.
Who are you trading her for?
I gotta think on this.
You gotta find the right person.
Yeah. I don't know.
And they can't already be, down for the cause.
Oh.
You gotta think on it.
I gotta think on it. Right. But she's definitely...
Let's make this a new segment. Every week, starting next week, we're gonna name somebody from our tribe, quote unquote, that we trade in.
Okay.
Okay? So you come up with somebody next week. I'll come up with somebody next week, and we will find somebody that we want to trade for.
Well, we might have to do this monthly because everybody's starting to get. Hopefully, people get a little smarter.
They not. Does it look like people? It's Black History Month. The best thing that happened all month is Tamar Braxton won Big Brother.
Okay, first of all, during Black History Month, a Motown tribute, and you pick fucking Jennifer Lopez? I'm trading her. She's traded.
So you gotta find somebody to trade.
No, her contract has been released. And we're down a man. We're down a man. She is a disgrace.
You gotta find somebody to trade her for. She ain't that bad, but
like, she and even A-Rod was like, that was kind of whack.
His face was pretty priceless.
Like, oh.
He's like, I don't know about her. That's my girl, but I don't know.
I love you, Jenny, but I don't know about this one. And then like I'm not trying to like call her old lady. Listen, I'm an old lady. I get it. My hip hurts too. But I wouldn't have sprawled on a piano during a Motown tribute.
It's like everything they stood against. That's like
the whole thing was wrong. The whole thing was wrong.
It started out okay, with the dance, with all the dance, doing the, the first very like 2 to 3 minutes, and then she like took her clothes off, and it was just like,
oh gosh.
Remember she had like
the Motown, the whole like the Motown robe.
Yeah.
No, anyway. It just wasn't good. It was like Homeboy.
And then you have Smokey Robinson there, like really.
I just don't understand, and don't defend her.
Well, I don't know if he would have defended her if she wasn't like as famous as she is and good looking. Ugh, like there's certain guys that are like, I co-sign, I love her. You know what I mean? But it's like Motown is still around today. There's artists that are on the label today. Y'all couldn't use any, like 702 is on the, you know what I'm saying? 702. Boys to Men. There's like God. Motown is more than just.
I don't understand the whole, like, who put this together?
I don't know.
And why would she even agree to this?
Because it's her shine.
She just can't say no.
Anyway, so what was the main thing you wanted to speak about?
Oh, so I wanted to talk about, BET does a tweets, my apologies, tweets, BET tweeted a picture of Cardi B, and it says, the picture on the caption says, Cardi B is the first solo female rapper to win Best Rap Album, and fans are weeping. BET retweets, puts their caption of, meanwhile, Nicki Minaj is being dragged by her lace front.
I can't believe when I saw that, I was like, wow, BET, they come in extra hard. Like, really?
And then Nicki Minaj tweets, Young Money will no longer be a part of the BET Experience or award show. Summer tour dates dropping soon. And then BET promptly issues a statement. BET loves Nicki Minaj. We have supported her from the very beginning of her career and will continue to do so moving forward. Nicki has paved the way for so many performers and has solidified her place as one of the most powerful figures in music industry. Unfortunately, the respect we have for Nicki was violated by this post that should never have been written. The post does not reflect how we feel about Nicki, and further does not reflect our company values. We deeply apologize for the hurt, disappointment, and confusion that this post has caused. We're committed to doing everything we can to address the situation. And there's a whole lot more.
So what are your thoughts about it?
Oh my God. Sometimes you be giving young kids jobs that grown folk need to do. That's all I can say. I have no other words, because that's one of those things, like, I feel like there's really, so consequences from, I'm at a weird age in terms of, like, social media and technology and stuff like that. I grew up without it, so I know the blessing of it, but I also know the blessing of it with it.
Right.
And I also very much know and understand how words hurt, because when I was growing up, if I were to say something greasy to somebody's face, I had to, at that moment, deal with those consequences.
Right.
And I feel like there's a whole new crop of career people who don't have that blessing. And they don't quite understand the finesse that maybe it's not what you say, it's how you say it, but also that professional finesse.
Like no consequences.
There's no, like, yeah, he or she is gonna get fired. For, we know that, but somebody's gonna like that and hire them anyway. So there's,
or they're gonna become a reality star.
Yeah, there's gonna be, oh my gosh, there's gonna be not as big a consequence as it would have been a face-to-face thing.
Right.
So
that person would have never said it to her face.
No, never. But it's one of those things that, like, it's a tough one, because you represented something really big, and they done messed up. Now she's pulling out, and whether however you feel about her music, or you feel she's big or not as big, she has clout or doesn't, that's irrelevant to the situation. She looked at her, she went gang and was like, y'all riding or not? Right. And everybody was like, yup. And it is what it is.
But see, I agree with you 100%. I also believe that if this was a MTV thing, and MTV tweeted the same thing, she wouldn't have pulled out.
Oh,
I don't believe she would have pulled out. The thing with black people is that they will be quick to shit on each other and not support each other before they would do that to anybody else. Even though BET and MTV are owned by the same company. Right. She would be more inclined to accept MTV's apology and still perform than she would BET. Her character has shown that. I always think she's like one of those, like, she's gonna go on Ellen, but she ain't gonna go on Steve Harvey.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've never really had, like, this level of respect for her. And she's just like, to me, she's just always been phony. So she got dragged by her lace front. She said worse stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
And then she's very petty.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm gonna talk about it on Queen Radio, and she's like, oh, and congrats to all the winners. It's like, you only said that because you're mad that she got the award and you didn't.
Yeah.
Because you know what that entitled. And I think it's two different things going on there. It's the millennials feeling they can type and say anything they want on social media.
Yeah.
Not realizing that those tweets represent an entire company.
Yeah.
And then it's also her pettiness and her insecurity about where she stands in the hip hop lexicon. And how people are, like, all about Cardi B. She's never, as big as Nicki has been, she's never got this kind of shine.
No.
She ain't had a Pepsi commercial, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Yes. But then you wonder why.
Because look at her attitude.
But that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Like, Cardi talks greasy but she's not gonna come for you unless you came for her.
Right.
I do believe that
She
very
seems
supportive.
very humble.
She seems very humble, but she also seems very supportive.
Right.
Like she's constantly said her goal is to make sure her and her sister make it.
Right.
She wants her mom to be like, wow, both my daughters, and that's a verbatim.
But even how she talks in public.
No, yeah.
Like, it's very different. Nikki always has the attitude. Remember the whole American Idol thing with Mariah?
Yeah.
You don't realize? Well, regardless, Mariah's a legend. Just deal with it.
Yes. Shut up.
You just looking real stupid right now.
I know.
No
you
matter
look
what, you're going to come
childish.
up on the bad side of this.
Yeah.
Mariah's been here too long. Like, it's just, you're not going to win.
No.
Like,
no.
It just is what it is. I mean, because of the way that the only way she would have won is if she would have shut up, like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead and let them talk.
Yeah.
Talk themselves to death. If she would have just chilled, it's just weird. I don't think she knows how to handle being a celebrity.
Yeah. Yeah, and it ain't for everybody.
No.
I get that.
So it's just like weird. And then with this whole thing, when we're talking about with millennials, it even goes back to the whole Trump thing. Remember the girl that quit, that got fired she quit her job. It was like the last day of her job.
Yeah.
And she canceled or deactivated Trump's Twitter account. And everybody's like, where's the Twitter in chief? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, but this is the thing about the millennials. Even if you look at, these Burger King and Burger War, they're being run by millennials, because these snapbacks, and it's like crazy. It's not
no, it's
an adult.
not.
It's not somebody our age.
No.
These are like 19, 20, 21-year-olds that are on there, and they're saying things. It's like, it's not, I don't know. It's just crazy. It's a new era.
It really is.
It's a new era. I remember when I used to work for Billboard magazine in the electronic media department. This is before social media. And basically what I was doing is what they do, but we didn't have social media.
Right.
So my thing was more with the magazine itself, but translating that stuff onto the website, because it was like in the beginning where they were really becoming on the website. And I'm like, I was young, and giving me the power to go, like, I could type whatever I wanted on the computer, nobody would find it because it's so much stuff on there. Like, somebody would find it eventually, but it's like,
but it's eventually,
right?
Yeah.
It's just crazy, and that has elevated to a new medium today.
Oh yeah.
Not a Kardashian. Not the Kardashians are not their own medium, as you like to say.
I do believe.
But it's a new medium. Social media is a new medium, in my opinion. It's a whole new way of communicating with people. And unfortunately, there are a lot of young people that don't know how to navigate it correctly. Even like with them, like things that they post, they tell kids now, like, be careful what you tweet, because it'll come back to you.
It really does, though.
Yeah.
It really
it's crazy.
does.
So crazy.
It's so funny because I remember when I first started on Facebook, like, I had like my photo albums up there. I'm like, oh, it's a great place to store it. And then one day I was like, what? It was very, very young. I deleted everything, and I'm constantly like deleting my page. Like,
I joined because of you. It was like 2005 or 2006, something like that. And you had Facebook for like a year.
Yeah.
And you kept telling me, you go on Facebook? I'm like, I'm not on. Like, I don't want to be bothered with Facebook. Like, I don't want to do. I didn't have a MySpace. I didn't want to have anything to do with any of that.
Right.
And you just kept saying, go on. You could see other people's pictures and see it's cool. Like, and then I finally joined because you told me to, and I went on. I was like, oh yeah, it is cool. Now I'm not even on it anymore.
No,
like, I'm on it, but I'm not on it.
Yeah.
Because it's just, it's too much political stuff. It's too much, like, people, suicidal.
Facebook
it's like,
sucks, but no, it doesn't.
It's just crazy. So crazy.
I always wonder, well, like, what's the next new medium?
I don't know.
Because things are consistently evolving and changing and everything like that.
It's like we can't even imagine it. That's how crazy it is.
No, I would never have imagined Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or even a podcast.
I know. The only thing that I could ever imagine that we utilize now is FaceTime.
Yeah.
Because we could have back then. Jetsons. Right, exactly. Because we saw it.
Yeah.
In that realm, but beyond that,
no.
It's crazy.
I know. I think like backup cameras.
It's crazy.
I remember sharing the front seat with my brother.
Even like people putting, like, you have a camera in your house, like, oh, you rich. Now it's like you can get one for $30.
Yeah.
It's like crazy.
You go to Walmart and get it real fast.
It's crazy. We live in a new world, a very new world. So.
Remember laser discs. That's what it was. Laser.
Yeah.
Why didn't that take off?
Because it was too convoluted. It's like,
Yeah.
I think they skipped too. They were like 100%.
Something. Yeah.
Like,
and the price point was not where it needed
like
to
none
be.
of that stuff took off because it's like now it's like in a little chip. You slip it in your computer, or you use your phone and took over everything.
Now even
can do everything
DVDs
on
are
your phone.
cumbersome. Yeah.
You can do everything. This mofo trying to come back in here again.
No, he's out.
He's out.
He's
You're
not a
out,
part
bro.
of the meeting. No
Yeah,
more.
bruh. Anyway.
What?
What?
Oh, I thought you were saying something.
No.
Oh, all right then. Well, that's a wrap, I guess.
Unless you got something else to say.
No,
You done?
I'm done.
Well, this is your show. Wrap it up.
Well, Tamika,
Yes.
I love you.
Do you though?
Yep. And
Okay. And
you're enough.
oh, it's so sweet of you to say. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Where can they find us, Marissa?
Yep. Yes. 18.
You sure?
On Instagram and Twitter.
Holla. Catch you next week. Maybe. I'm going away, so I don't know.
So maybe.
Maybe.
Bye.
Bye.